Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. Now, I'm rocking a new GoPro angle here. I'm using the GoPro clip instead of the head strap. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of this angle. It should be a little bit better as far as like a true POV, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too sure how the audio is gonna sound with this, and I'm also not too sure if this is actually a good idea to drive like this, because it's technically a little bit obtrusive, but the angle theoretically should be a little bit better. But this like is literally gonna be like a true POV. It's gonna look like you're driving the car, or look as if you were driving the car. The audio is good because it is technically closer to my mouth, so I don't want things to be too loud, but at the same time it should be a little bit more visceral, which is better for the POV experience. Pulled up to a spot, different parking lot this time, different vibes, still hot as hell outside here in Texas. But in this video, I wanted to go ahead and open up a discussion. Let me know down in the comment section right now, do you think it is worth going full bolt-on, or at least damn near full bolt-on, in a 2016 to 2020 Shelby GT350? Now, come from somebody who is pretty much damn near full bolt-on, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. I think it is 110% worth it. So worth it that if somebody said, look man, you cannot boost this car no matter what you do, it has to stay NA, I would 100% be satisfied, because with the money spent, the rewards are there. And honestly, I think that these cars are some of the best bang for your bucks when doing minimal mods and adding E85. Now, my GT350 has very minimal work done, literally the bare minimum to be considered full bolt-on, and I think it moves out quite well over stock. Now, if you guys are unaware, a GT350 that is full bolt-on is actually quicker than a stock Hellcat from a 60 roll leaving in second gear, which I find ridiculous. Literally, minimal mods done, a car not even designed for straight line can take out a boosted V8, which honestly is crazy. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that when they go ahead and start modifying GT350s, when they look at GT350s, because everybody's on the 10-speed bandwagon for good reason. The 10-speed is a very consistent and potent platform. It takes out all the human error. You can put the mods on the car, get it tuned, and it's going to run how it should run, because the computer is going to take out the human error that would happen with a miss shift or a slow shift. You do have to have some type of driver mod with these cars. You do have to be able to bang gears, but it is so satisfying getting behind the wheel of a GT350, banging gears, and just surprising a lot of people in a car that honestly people wouldn't really consider that quick. Yes, it is a 5.2 Voodoo. It does rev to 8250. Yes, it does make 500 plus horsepower to the crank stock, but with minimal mods, these things roll out hard. Now, all I have done to my GT350, this is it, are a set of stainless works, catless long tube headers, JLT Cold Air Intake, as well as an E85 Tune from a local shop out here in Texas, CU Indian Racing. That's it as far as performance mods, and I am more than satisfied. Now, this is what I would call pretty much a very basic, and I should say the stage 1 full bolt-on GT350 package. Now I still have the stock intake manifold, I still have the stock throttle body. I haven't messed with any of that, and honestly I don't really think you need to mess with any of that when trying to go ahead and get the best bang for your buck performance from these cars. I will say this, after you do go ahead and do headers, a cold air intake, and an E85 tune, hell, maybe even just a 93 tune, you are probably going to have to upgrade your tires if you have not already. And you guys can see here, I have a set of Mickey Thompson ET Street SS tires, but the nice thing about these tires is they make the same diameter as the stock Michelins, so you can rock a 305 35 19, get that power down, and it's essentially going to ride like stock. The only thing you're going to have to do when running these tires is to make sure you're not taking turns too quick, because you're going to lose a little bit of handling. But at the same time, with great power comes great responsibility. I think it's worth it. Could you go ahead and rock a Cup 2 tire? Absolutely. Could you rock an R888R and regain some of that handling? Absolutely. But from my experience, the Mickey Thompsons, they simply just work. And at the time of me going fully bolted on, I really didn't want to have a chance of, you know, a tire not working. I just went with what I was used to, and I'm super happy with these Mickey Thompsons because they are seriously putting in some work. Now, something else that I've done with the car, you don't have to do this because quite honestly, it's just not really making a big difference, if any, is I do have a rear seat delete, a real rear seat delete, not just the seats out. But again, this is something you don't have to do. They're like 40 pounds removing the rear seats. Not gonna make too big of a difference, but I think it kind of looks cool back there. Now, with all these modifications on the car, there's not many. This car is making around 520 wheel horsepower, and it is an absolute blast banging gears in that Tremec transmission. Now, the thing about these 350s is, like I said, very minimal mods, you're gonna see a huge improvement over stock. These cars are amazing in stock form. This is actually the longest car that I've kept in the stock form, but I feel like everybody who is a car enthusiast, you want a little bit more. And the thing about these 350s is, once you go full bolt-on, or I should say like the stage 1 full bolt-on package, like how I have it set up, you're gonna surprise a lot of people, especially if you take the car out to Mexico, because everybody's on that 10R bandwagon. Nobody really thinks you can be quick nowadays in a manual Mustang. And let me tell you this right now, this 350 will have a lot of people with their jaw dropped, and you're gonna be just having a blast banging gears in this Tremec transmission. I know a lot of guys who love driving manual. You guys don't understand what I'm talking about. This thing is an absolute blast. It'll blow the tires off the stock Michelins. It'll blow the tires off these Mickeys if they're not warmed up. But once you're hooking and booking, this thing is a riot. Whew. It's getting a little bit too hot to be sitting outside, I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to cook. I really am starting to cook. You guys could probably tell on my arms that I am sweating, dude. It's like almost, it's damn near 100 degrees out here in Texas, man. So, whew, you know, when it starts to get cooking out here in Texas, you don't really want to be sitting outside. Oh, that cool breeze. But for those of you who have gone full bolt-on, pretty much the same mods as me, headers, cold air intake, and E85 tune, or for those of you guys who have, you know, maybe done a little bit more, maybe ported the GT350 manifold, maybe went CJ with the ported throttle body, or with an aftermarket throttle body, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, man. How are you enjoying the car? Because I'm gonna say this, if you want to do like the true full bolt-on with like the ported manifold or a CJ manifold with a different throttle body, or whoa, you're Jesus, man. These Texas drivers, they for real are good luck everybody else, I go now type shit. But as I was saying, I feel like you definitely would have to go ahead and upgrade your clutch, and potentially would benefit from a carbon fiber drive shaft for the less rotational mass and weight. You could seriously do some damage in these cars. But honestly, I think the cost of going CJ, porting the stock manifold, getting, you know, either an aftermarket throttle body or porting your stock throttle body and then having to do, you know, a carbon fiber drive shaft, I think nowadays, like, boosting the car would seriously be a better option, because that's gonna get really, really expensive very fast, especially if you're not doing the labor yourself, and you're gonna have to get it retuned anyway because of the bigger throttle body and the different cold air intake and intake manifold setup to rock all that stuff. So I don't know, I really don't think it's really worth doing all that. These cars with literally just no mods, just headers, intake, tune, with just damn near remaining of the stock parts, they're awesome. They're seriously awesome, man. I'm telling you, this is the only car, or one of the only cars that I've owned that you could just cruise in. Like, you don't even have to even drive this car hard. You could just cruise this thing, and it's, oh man. Ford did right with this car, man. They really did right with this car. This thing is just, oh my God. They really did right with this car, man. You get the nice, just crisp downshifts. Whew. They did right, man. They really did right with this thing.